and no new fire management grant request to talk about. Now, as we switch over to the Geo platform this morning, things are quiet around the region on the map this morning. Mark's going to have a weather update in just a moment. No changes to the status at national, right? Both are at level 4 steady state, as is the region. Same thing with our state EOCs, all are at level 4 steady state. No changes to the status of our IMAPs. Shelters this morning, we do still have one here in Oklahoma, according to NSS, and it has 13 occupants in it, and no appreciable power outages to talk about this morning. Now we'll turn it over to Mark to tell us all about the weather.
Alrighty, good morning, everybody. As Paul mentioned, very quiet on the weather front. No precip whatsoever to speak of across the region this morning. Just generally clear skies and some pretty cool conditions. And that's really what we're going to be seeing here over the next 5 days as we take a look at the 5-day threat matrix. We continue to see some river flooding, particularly over northeast Texas, but that will be gradually improving over the next 5 days, and otherwise is really high pressure dominating our weather. So again, very, very, very quiet across the region. And as we take a look at some of the river flooding, you can see some of the specifics there over north and northeast Texas there in the red, and a couple of the purples there. That's the moderate and major flooding. 1 point also in Arkansas. With lack of rainfall, we'll continue to see those rivers recede, and really for the most part, really not impacting any infrastructure. And you see there in the 5-day precip totals on the left, some light rain expected over southeast Texas, but that is south of where we're seeing the river flooding, so that is not going to impact that any whatsoever. And on to space weather. Very quiet for the next couple of days. There is going to be a minor G1 storm on Sunday, but really not looking for any impacts there. And we continue to see improvements in the drought conditions, obviously, with all the rainfall we have seen lately. And so that will do it for me this morning, Paul. I'll toss it back to you and take any questions.
Hey, good morning. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Any questions for the Weather Service? Go ahead and type them in the chat window or on the phone, ask the question. In the meantime, yes, Randy, it's down there in the bottom, and you can pull it up from the file share area. And as we look at today's trivia question, which fast food chain opened its restaurant on this day in 1954? Anybody want to venture a guess? Good morning, Phil. And the answer is good old Burger King, Miami, Florida. Any questions this morning? All right, hearing nothing and seeing nothing. Everyone have a great weekend. We'll talk to you on Monday.